Hello, my brass people. Today I'd like you to have your instruments set up, and I'd like you to be sitting in a chair so that your back can be straight and so your feet can be flat on the floor. Please pause and return when you've got all of those things taken care of. Instrument ready to go, chair, good posture. I'm going to start right now. So I'm going to take my mouthpiece off. If you have a trumpet mouthpiece, that's fine. If you have a trombone or euphonium mouthpiece, that's fine too. All right, I'm going to play, and I'd like you to try to play after me. My turn, your turn. My turn. Your turn. My turn. Let's go. My turn again. Your turn. Kind of like with singing. You'll feel something in your throat. You'll feel your air moving quickly. You can raise your pitch, and your tongue will end up moving too. You might be able to start feeling that. Your turn. My turn. Cool. I would highly encourage you take a mouthpiece and you try playing some songs that you know already. It might not sound pretty at first, but if I wanted to play the Itsy Bitsy Spider, I can try getting Twinkle Twinkle. If you can't quite hit high enough to get certain notes, you are still building that strength. As brass players, we have to build up our face muscles. We have to endure and create stamina and strength. Unlike woodwinds, when they really get their posture and finger buttons figured out and their air is right, it just usually works. It may not be perfect yet, but it just works. We have to build up our face muscles. That doesn't mean we have to tense or anything. There's no flexing involved, but we have to build up strength over time by just doing it over and over again a lot. Practicing every week, at least an hour would be really good. I used to practice 2 hours every week. That was what my junior high and middle school band director made me do, and look where I am now. So we're going to try the first 5. That paper that I gave you, the first 5 notes, I'm going to put me right in the middle. That'll work for now. Okay, so over on this side, I have trumpet notes. On this side where my mouse is, you will see the trombone and euphonium notes. So I'm going to start at the bottom. Trumpets, it's called C. Trombone, euphonium on bass clef, it's called B flat. C is on this little ledger line, this clothesline down there below the staff, and the treble clef. B flat is on the bass clef on the second line. It sounds like this. I'm sorry if my computer speaker doesn't pick that up too well. Here's trumpet C. In both instances, I have no buttons pressed. Let's try it together. Let's do 4 of those. 1, 2, sit up tall, breathe, play. 1, 2, again, and go. 1, 2, ready. 1 and 2, ready, go. Now, I normally wait to do this for a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and try this. Now, I talked about changing your notes with your mouthpiece. Listen to how I can change them low to high. Even on a small mouthpiece, it's the same idea. So what I'm going to do is you'll notice for euphonium, B flat has no buttons pressed, and F has no buttons pressed, but F is higher on the staff. For trumpet, C has no buttons pressed, and trumpet G has no buttons pressed, but you can see that it goes higher to the second line of the treble clef. It sounds like this. Still no buttons. Let's try that together. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, here's the low note. Here's the high note. Ready? Back to the first note. Ready? Here's the fifth note. Ready? And if you can go between those two quickly, that's really good for your flexibility and your accuracy. We really want to be able to do that because there's lots of notes that have the same buttons, but we have to be able to change it with our lips. I'm sorry, if any trombone players are watching this, you're going from B flat, which is first position, to F, which is also first position, all the way in on the trombone. Okay, we're going to go to note number 2. Note number 2 for trumpets is D. It's your first button and your third button. The first button closer to the mouthpiece, and the third button towards the bell. Okay, same thing on euphonium, first and third. And on trombone, this is sixth position, about as far as you can comfortably reach with your arms straight without trying to turn your shoulder or anything. And trumpets, if you have a ring, I don't have one on this instrument because it's a piece of plastic, but if you have a ring right here where your ring finger goes, you need to slide that out about a 1/4 inch every time you play D. Start to get into the habit of sliding that out. If it doesn't slide well, we're going to put a little drop of oil later. Here's note number 2. 1, 2, ready? 1, 2, number 2, go. Nice. Now, I'm going to go between, for my bass clef friends, I'm going to go between B flat and C. Trumpet friends, I'm going to go between C and D. Open to 1 and 3, or first to sixth position. Here we go. Let's go back and forth. Here's start on note number 1. We're going to go rest, and then we'll go to number 2. 1, 2, ready. Note number 2, ready. Back to note number 1, ready, go. Back to note 2, ready. Now, if you have your red book, which I encourage you bring home, you're going to notice that what we just played is the first note, the second note, and music in motion on page 4 of your book. Okay? I want you to be working on those. And then let's learn your third note. The way you read this, it's going to say open, 0 means no buttons, 1 and 3 means the first and the third button, or 1 and 2 means the first and the second button. Okay, for trombone, B flat is first position, C is sixth position, and D is fourth position. All right, let's look at our third note. The third note that I have in here, hang on one second. The third note is trumpet E, 1 and 2. First and second finger. You don't have to slide out that ring anymore. You can pull it back in. My euphoniums, that's also 1 and 2 to play D, note number 3. And for trombones, just a little bit past the bell when you're reaching out for fourth position. Here we go. It sounds like this. Let's play it twice for me. 1, 2, number 3, and 1, 2, ready, go. You should get into the habit of tapping your toe to keep a steady beat. That's why I'm counting. You might even hear me tapping if the microphone picks it up. Okay, now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to try your first note, take a quick break, go to your second note, take a quick break, and then go to your third note. I'm going from bottom up. Here we go. Here's note number 1, no buttons. 1, 2, ready, go. Switch to the second note, sixth position or 1 and 3. 1, 2, ready, second note. Switch to your third note. It's either fourth position or, for my valve people, it's 1 and 2. 1, 2, ready, go. Start on note number 3. We're going to go 3, rest, 2, and then back to 1. Here we go. Note number 3. 1, 2, ready, number 3. Switch to note 2. Ready and go. Finish on note 1. Ready. I want you to work on page 4 and 5 of your red book, Traditions of Excellence. Please, please, please take these slow, work on it, And as soon as you start to feel anything uncomfortable in your lips, take a break. I would much rather you work for 10 minutes, take 20 minutes off, and come back for 10 minutes than you struggle for 20 minutes and feel pain or being uncomfortable. Okay? Always take breaks. Leave your instrument in a safe place, but come right back to it. Don't put it all the way away until you're completely done. You got this. Build up those face muscles. Build up that strength. We're going to need it.